October. Welcome to October on Cobra Island. This is Dinobot Month. So I figured for Halloween we could do dinosaurs. So we're going to start off this month with this week's offering of Grimlock, the leader of the Dinobots, the G1 version, or the G1 reissue. But before we get to Grimlock, let's do our shout-outs of the week at Back to the Media at 48 South Loudon Street. On the lovely Walking Mall, where you could get all kinds of video games from the Atari up to current systems, as well as handheld systems like the Nintendo's Game Boy and the PSP for the portable PlayStation, as well as all games to go along with them. You could also go get Funko Pops and comics and records and all other forms of media there. So you can check them out for all your video games and media needs. But while you're in there looking at the Funko Pops and you want others that Back to the Media does not have, you can go to 115 South Loudon Street, diagonally across the street on the other side of the splash pad at Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles. Unfortunately, I did not get these guys at Time Travelers. I got them off of eBay. But, and I got a good deal on them, $175 for the whole set, as you can see. But, these Dinobots are awesome. But you can get Transformers, G.I. Joe, He-Man, Thundercats, Silverhawks, all at Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles, as well as other stuff, as well as Funko Pops. And, check out Charles and Jack, and they're very knowledgeable on what they have. So go ahead and check them out and go see them. And while you're in the area needing a comic book fix, go to 80 Wings Lane to 4 Color Fantasies and check out all the comic books they have, from Marvel to DC to all points in between. So feel free to definitely check them out. And you can get all kinds of comic books and stuff and role-playing stuff there. And while you're in the area and you need any form of counseling, you can see Dr. Robert C. Brown at Healing Grace Counseling Services, as well as go over to Front Royal Pike and see Northwestern Community Services. Check them out for all your counseling needs. And if you need a bank and you're in the Winchester area and Clark County area, you can go to Bank of Clark County and check them out for all your banking needs. I've been with them since 2018. Very good bank. But let's get to our figure of the week, Mr. Grimlock, as he is here in his T-Rex mode. And sorry, but the stickers are not all that great, but they do nonetheless. His articulation, his head can go up and down, as well as his jaw can open up so he can do his fire breath. Me, Grimlock, shoot fire! And then his little T-Rex arms, they are movable. Can go up and down. And his dinosaur legs can move. And whatnot. Unfortunately, his tail does not move, except for in transformation. But Grimlock is very awesome in his T-Rex mode. As we find out later, after I grew up, T-Rexes do not stand like this. But that's beside the point. But let's take a look at him in his robot mode. So here's Grimlock in his dino mode. Or his robot mode, not his dino mode. We just looked at his dino mode, but this is him in robot mode. But let's take a look at his weapons, which he comes with his double barrel blaster, like he does in the G1 cartoon and the comics. And also in the comics, he comes with his Energon sword, which is pretty cool in the red plastic. So let's take a look at Grimlock in robot mode, with his, as you can see, his red eyes. His head doesn't rotate. His arms only go up and down, but they're kind of tight on this figure. And fortunately for Dino mode, his legs don't go forward, but they do tend to slide out sideways when you do the full splits. But he doesn't go all the way out, up and back. So he's not really much in articulation, but he's still cool looking robot mode. You know, where he actually had his standout episode in season 3, where in the episode called Grimlock's New Brain, where he becomes super intelligent. You know, but that was a really cool episode. He actually created the Technobots in that episode. Of course, he also was in the Dinobot Island, the 2-part episodes where they get the island all to themselves, and it's a prehistoric island. SOS Dinobots, War of the Dinobots. They were very strong in those episodes, and then they were basically, after the cartoon, after the animated movie, they were more like comic relief. But the Dinobots were still cool. And let me show you what he looks like with his weapons handy. So here he is with his weapons. Unfortunately, his sword does not fit tightly in his hand, but you know, it works as long as you don't really move it. But me Grimlock say, me don't need sword, me bash brains. I love Grimlock's dialogue, as well as all the Dinobots. Always refer to themselves in the third person while describing themselves. Pretty cool. But this has been Grimlock. Tune in next week as we do another Dinobot. As we go in the next 5 weeks for all of October, we're doing Dinobots. So tune in next week for another Dinobot. And as for Cobra Island, until all are one, see you in the next one.